Tonight, the whole world is watching. Don't ever forget, you won't marry for nights like this. Don't ever forget, about 47 straight. Don't ever forget, more, sooner than that.
Simpson looking, finding, Brooks still fighting, diving for the end zone. Alabama, 4th down touchdown to get on the board.
Lazir Brooks, the true freshman. 5 offensive linemen. That ball needs to come out fast. Good job of getting behind the big tight end Cuevas. Really well-designed play. And how about the effort? 3 broken tackles to not only get the first down, but into the defense. People always want to change tempos on him.
Simpson this time has a clean pocket, lofting toward the end zone. Brooks! Touchdown, Alabama! Crimson Tide have the lead. A 30-yard strike.
Well, they never get a jam or reroute on him. He's getting 17 running from the slot. Bowen gets his hands on him, but really doesn't impact him at all. We saw, of course, Brooks made the catch early to get this offense going.
Tied, a pick 6 from the man who had one against Tennessee just before the half.
He's not even turning and expecting the ball. Brown is just reading Mateer's eyes, so they bait him, show some man coverage and pressure, and then Mateer has no chance of being able to catch up to Brown. Boy, has this game flipped around.
In the SEC, but it would be curious to do it here.
It would have been interesting if he didn't call the timeout. Kurt Cignetti with that wildcat formation at their own 34-yard line. If they were just trying to draw them off. Remember, Indiana's one of the least penalized defenses in the country. Very disciplined. But after the timeout, now they show up with their punt.
Blake Dowd is out there. At least he got Indiana to spend a timeout. A little interesting formation here as they go up like they're going to fake it.
Not Indiana. They're not jumping.
And Simpson in there. They noticed the quarterback was in there. Wouldn't normally be in punt protection.
Nope.
And they're not biting.
Nope.
So many guys who played so much football. Curse it now. Come on.
Now,
look who you're playing. That's
like I said, one of the least penalized defenses in the country. Play with tremendous discipline. They were not budging. I'm sure they were not fooled by the way, Ty Simpson, a quarterback, lines up as a personal protector. What's he doing out here?
And nobody to push him, by the way. Had he taken the snap and attempted the sneak, they couldn't have done a push.
Now they call a timeout. Now wait a second now. Now they're bringing the offense out. Here we go again. How about this? After the shenanigans, we think they're going to punt, but no. They're coming out with the offense again.
Well, the offense is on the field. That is a fact. If
Did they not see Sig stare? Did they not see his facial expressions? He was not impressed.
That's an early plot twist.
This is big. Wildcat again.
Simpson far to the right in that bunch set. Bernard comes in motion. They pop it to him, trying to get the edge. And he's not going to get there. Indiana with a 4th down stop. As DeBoer rolls the dice and Isaiah Jones spoils the plan. Wow.
time they try to get up to these linebackers, they're by them.
It's the reason why Hardy and Fisher have made so many tackles. Simpson across the middle again, and a tough catch made by Ryan Williams. The Droughts have been celebrated. That was a tremendous catch as he withstood the big hit.
You saw the blitz right across the rim. This is, as you said, Chris, we've watched him. Not only does he take the hit.
It is my honor to present you with the Leishman Trophy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Play action, Sands setting up, and fires it deep, going for Jeremiah Smith, and it's caught, cuts out the 20, and Smith down to the 15.
When Julian Sands got this kind of time, it's going to be a problem. Great protection, allows this deep post to come open. There's no help outside.
After the loss of 6, another pass play that's intercepted. Taking it back is Keontae Scott. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. A 70-yard pick six.
Is incredible. Watch him read this. Watch him get vertical and pick this pass off and take it the other way. He was hurt down the stretch of the season. He was back against A&M. One of the best, smartest players on this Miami defense. He's been a game changer all year and a game-changing play here in this Cotton Bowl.
Whittington is tackled for a loss immediately by the first team all.
How long can that D-line hold up?
2nd and 7. Morton. That ball is intercepted. It was Brandon Finney, the phenomenal freshman.
Stone him and give Morton an opportunity to throw that football.
Ball is out, and it is recovered by Finney. What did we just say about Brandon Finney? It was Bryce Betcher who forced the fumble, and the true freshman sensation. Travel to South Florida. 3rd and goal to the end zone. They go. It is intercepted, and it's Finney again. Brandon Finney with an all-time Orange Bowl. 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery for the freshman.
Hammer right now does not.
There's 2nd and 8. As Williams changes direction and Baron Morton, his quarterback, is out in front providing coverage, but what a move by Jacoby Williams. Oh my.
It looked to me like either Bryce Betcher or Amari Washington were going to make this play in the backfield. Somehow Jacoby Williams is able to just turn course. He stays on his feet. I don't know how he kept his balance, and he takes off. You got Baron Morton out in front lead.
They've rolled the dice all day. Can they cash in right here? Sprint right, looking to the end zone. It is batted down. David Bailey does it again.
Well, Oregon's trying to move the pocket this way. David Bailey's just going to flow with them. He's not actually rushing upfield. He's just watching Dante Moore, and he does his best Katie George impersonation at the net playing volleyball at Louisville. He absolutely stuffs this thing, and the defense for Texas Tech again comes up on a massive 4th down.
He said here on 3rd and 11, he only has 7 completions for 40 yards in this Orange Bowl. Oh, the ball is out! The ball is out! Uiagalelei has it! Uiagalelei, and then he fumbles and returns to the 5-yard line, recovering it.
Hanging low off the ground. He's just going to come off the edge and rip away at this football, and somehow is able to just pluck it out of the air. That reminds me of David Pollock at Georgia back in the day against.
Officials are checking the clock. They're going to have to get the stage off the field if they put time back on it. It was ruled a safety. That might matter to some.
After review, the ruling of a field of a safety is confirmed. There'll be 2 points awarded to Ole Miss. The ball hit the pylon and there was 1 second remaining on the game clock.
Oh boy.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 second. It'll be a free kick from the 20-yard line.
Stage people are not happy. as they have to drive the stage off the field. There's a squibber. Cash Jones is on it. And the 1 second didn't come off the clock. Pete Golding gets the Gatorade bath. Now the time has expired. It's the Golding era of Ole Miss football. They're 2-0. Referee talking to the Ole Miss coaches, who are now not pleased at all, Golding and Joe Judge. And they're going to go back to the monitor. Matt, this is feeling like an excruciating ending to a classic game. Does common sense need to prevail here?
Well, yes, but we do have rules we have to follow. If the ball is recovered legally after it goes 10 yards by a grounded player, then the clock does not run.
Okay.
So as Greg talked about, if you muff it, yes, then the second would run off. But if you don't, if you just fall on it, then there's no time off.
So that means that Georgia will have an opportunity to go maybe take a shot here, that was a big mistake by Ole Miss. You just got to go slap the ball, hit the ball, and the game's over. Instead, they waited and allowed Georgia to recover it with Cash Jones laying down on the field.
This would be the all-time miracle of miracles. And of course, now, if you're Ole Miss, you're also concerned with a defensive penalty. So there's a chance, and a much better one than a moment ago. Stockton. The Georgia receivers really aren't moving. Very few people are moving. They're going to try to lateral it many times. Cash Jones. Lawson Lucky at the 35. Back for Jones. For Colby Young. They've gone backwards to the 30. Now Lucky at his own 26. Flag thrown. Cash Jones. Up for grabs for Young. He's trying to get rid of it and does. And they take Stockton to the ground to end it. Perkins and Andrew Jones. There is a flag down. It's against Georgia. This one is finally over. And Ole Miss wins 39-34.
2nd and 3 after the penalty. Lacey up the middle. K1 Lacey's in the clear. It's a foot race. The Hurricanes cannot run him down. A lightning strike for Ole Miss. 73 yards. Suddenly has the lead.
And watch the combination block here. 51's able to work up to the linebacker. It just opens up perfectly. And I'll tell you, because of the formation, they went trips into the boundary. They're on the right hash. It affected the defensive alignment. They only had one middle linebacker there. Instead of usually they have two lined up. So one guy in the middle trying to handle that. And Bassett, 31, just took an angle where it made it easy for Lacey to outmaneuver him. And then it was a foot race between him and the safeties. So give Charlie Weiss Jr. a lot of credit. It's one thing about the execution, but I think the formation into the boundary got Miami's alignment more into that boundary.
It's Tony in motion. They hand it off to Fletcher. And Fletcher just muscling, getting help from those big guys. He's still going. When will they stop the pile? It's down inside the 35.
Well, that's a heck of a job, obviously, by the front of the offensive line.
He's been in there, but only as a decoy. They fake it to him again. Chambliss steps up, launches downfield. It's Wallace, and it's almost intercepted. The Canes drop another pick. Lucas got a hand on it. Ethan O'Connor couldn't collect it. 3 receivers bunch to the left. Becca's looking that way. And still looking. Takes off running. Carson Beck with his legs.
And in here, doesn't force it. Sees that they're in man-to-man. Nobody there to account for Carson Beck. And able to go to the left side, walk into the end zone, right to his fan base for this touchdown.
Don't think he could believe he had that much space. Hadn't had a rushing touchdown, Kirk, since week 3 against South Florida, and a romp over the Bulls. Pete Golding, his defense out there battled all night, but you said the body blows. That was the 88th play Miami has run. Very different look on defense from before the timeout. You're right. Chambliss connects the snap, backpedals, launches to the end zone. Broken up. And the Miami Hurricanes head home to play for a championship.
Hill Jr. is the running back. The quick pass is intercepted. It's going to be run in. Hot dog. Touchdown. Hot dog. Phil Draft, he hasn't made up that decision yet. The ball slips out of his hand. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Now we got ears inside bushes. Hot dog, no problem solved. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. With regularity, he gets hit. Lost the ball again. Daniel and Dukeway knocked it off. And it is Indiana ball. Hot dog.
The hit by Ndukwe, who's had to step up in the absence of Stephen Daly.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Now we got. Signetti brought him to James Madison in the portal where he excelled. Now he's a Hoosier. Deep throw, Charlie Becker. Touchdown, Indiana.
They can throw it over your head. It's press coverage. Fernando Mendoza knows exactly where he's going. He just has to take care of the safety. His eyes start there to the left. Then his helmet swivels over, which buys just enough time for Thieneman. Can't get over the top. And Becker, the emergence since the Penn State game has been phenomenal. 6'4" with tremendous speed. He's added a deep throw element to what already was a remarkably balanced wide receiver core.
He's very speedy, great size at 6'4", terrific hands.